All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my social media superstars. I am your host, Taria Hodge, and welcome to another fantastic and amazing episode of Social Media Saturdays. Now, I'm super duper excited today because we get a chance to talk about some of the new changes that Facebook is going to be rolling out to their newsfeed. So just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for organic reach, Facebook once again is making some changes to its algorithm. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I hope that you are ready to jump in and join us. Let me just take a minute and check my feed to make sure that you guys can see me, you can hear me, and that you are out there. Okay. So if you are out there and you are watching, all right, please just go ahead and type in to the comment section, Taria, I can see you, and Taria, I can hear you. Okay, so I promise you today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to talk about, like I said, some of the major changes that's coming up that Facebook is rolling out. I don't have an exact time frame as to when the changes are going to come out, but new things, okay, and how you could prepare yourself, as a business to deal with those new changes. All right. So as I wait for everyone to get on, if this is the first time that you are on Social Media Saturdays, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I am your host, Taria Hodge, and I am a social media strategist, and I am also the owner and founder of Mayaba Consulting Services, as well as Social Media Saturdays, which is an online broadcast platform dedicating to helping entrepreneurs and small business owners, business leaders leverage the power of social media. So I actually help you grow your business in the area of social media strategic planning. Okay. So I think I just saw that someone has jumped on. So if you are on here, just go ahead and type in the comment section below. Taria, I can see you and I can hear you. So and that will let me know if I need to make any adjustments before we get into today's topic. Okay. So right below the video, just go ahead and type in, I can see you, I can hear you. Okay. So I want to take a minute to thank everyone for jumping on this morning. And one of the things that I usually love to do at the beginning of each of these broadcasts is get a chance to know exactly who's out there, who's watching, and who's following. Okay. So if you're out there and you're watching, I want to know who's out there with me this morning, right? So in the comment section, make sure you go ahead and type in your first name and type in your last name. And please tell us where you are watching from. What part of the world are you jumping in and joining in on this conversation from? Okay. I definitely would like to know. Now, also, as you get in there and you start to let us know who you are and where you're from, tell us a little bit about your business. We want to know exactly who do you serve and how do you serve in your business. So make sure you tell us a little bit about who you serve in your business and how do you serve in your business. And if you do have a link to your Facebook business page, please post the link to your Facebook business page in the comment section below. Now, why do people always ask me this all the time. Taria, I don't understand, why you get on here every Saturday morning and then you ask people to just go ahead and advertise, in your group. So it's not really advertising in the group. What I like to expand on is that Social Media Saturdays, once again, it's a community. Okay. And we are a community dedicated to helping each other grow. So that's the purpose of why I'm doing Social Media Saturdays, because once again, I want to help entrepreneurs have the ability to grow their business by leveraging social media. So one of the things that I usually love to share is that Social Media Saturdays is a safe place. So if you have questions, in regards to any areas of social media that you would like to improve on, this is a great place for you to ask those questions. It's also a great place for you to network. Okay. So you know what? I don't do everything, in business. Okay. But I'm pretty sure if you are in the group, you might have the opportunity to meet another member in the group who might be able to help you along in your business and vice versa. Okay. So that's kind of like the purpose of why, I always ask people to make sure that they jump in and tell us a little bit about what they do in their business and how we can find you. So if you do have a Facebook business page, make sure that you add the link to your Facebook business page, in the comment section. And if you don't have a Facebook business page, you could just go ahead and share the link to your website as well. And yes, I do go back, I do review, okay, and check out the Facebook business pages, and I do check out the websites as well, because once again, I would love to know, I always want to know who's connecting in our community. Okay. And now also in true social media Saturdays fashion, I always like to ask you to please, please, please go ahead and share out the broadcast. And my philosophy behind of this is if you have questions, about social media or questions on a particular topic, I guarantee you that 5 other people that have the same questions as well. Okay. So don't be stingy. I'm a good old island girl. That's what we say in the islands. Don't be stingy. Okay. So don't be stingy. Go ahead and let your network know what you're doing on this fantastic Saturday morning. So it's a little cold for me. I don't know if anybody else, is feeling cold. Okay. But, it's still a beautiful day nonetheless. Okay. So below, you have 2 ways that you could share. So if you click on the share button, just go ahead and it will share directly onto your timeline. Okay. And that will let your network know what you're doing, on this Saturday morning and what you are learning on social media Saturdays. And then you could also click on the invite button. So if you are on your mobile phone, okay, you should see the button that says invite, and it would actually allow you to send a personal invitation to individuals. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take a minute to do that myself. Okay. So go ahead and invite 5 people that okay, that you would definitely love to share this broadcast with. So like I mentioned before, and before I get into that, I do have some pretty cool things coming up for the remainder of November. So make sure that you stay tuned with me at the end for some special announcements and what we have coming up, okay, for the month of November. Can you believe that we are like halfway through November already? Okay, it's almost the 15th of the month, and I almost forgot. Today is Veterans Day. So happy Veterans Day to all of my veterans out there. Thank you once again for serving. Okay, so I'd just like to take a minute to observe and acknowledge our vets. So thank you once again for your service on this Veterans Day. Okay. All right. So like I started in the beginning of the broadcast to let you know that today we are talking about some of the newsfeed changes that's going to be rolling out on Facebook. Now, I don't have an exact time frame of the newsfeed changes, but I had the opportunity to read an article that came out by Inc. magazine about a week ago. So the article was released by Inc., about a week ago, talking about the new changes that's rolling out on Facebook. And it was very interesting, to me, because one of the things that I talk about all the time is that over the past couple of the years, we've noticed that what Facebook has done with their algorithm, they've made it a lot tougher for engagement, especially on your Facebook business page. Okay, so if you've been, active in promoting and marketing your business and you have a business page, one of the things that you'll notice about 3 years ago, you would put up content on your business page. It will let you know the reach and people are sharing and engaging. And then now you're like, what the heck? What's going on? And I hear it from clients all the time. People are hardly seeing my content, and they're barely engaging with my content on my business page. So a lot of times what they are doing is that they're turning to their Facebook personal pages, and they're sharing their content from their personal page. Okay. And one of the things that they say all the time is that, I get better engagement on my personal page when I share a post or even when I do a video. Okay, video is very hot. Everyone is doing video. When I do a video and I post it on my personal page, a lot of people jump on my Facebook lives and they comment and they share, and I get that engagement that I want when I do the videos. And here's the thing that I normally like to tell and encourage people to do. We just have to be creative in finding ways to get more engagement on our Facebook business page, because especially you lose so much opportunity, okay, if you're just sharing content from your personal side of Facebook for business, okay? So, I say it all the time, you have those business owners, okay, or those entrepreneurs, they have those Facebook accounts, and they say, well, I don't get on Facebook to do anything else besides business. And they use the personal Facebook to promote their business. And when you do that, one of the things, and I'm not going to go into all of the benefits today, but one of the things that you lose the ability to track your analytics, okay? So you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of the information, of the insights that your Facebook business page provides for you. And those analytics, you can't necessarily get those analytics from your personal side. So it's more important for you to not just know how many people are viewing, your videos when you post your videos. And I'm just talking about video content, for example, but this could go for any other type of content too. Okay. But, you want to not just make sure that people are, or you get a large number of views on your videos, but you also want to be able to take a look at the demographic information as well. You also want to be able to come back and build audiences of people who are watching your videos as well. And you aren't necessarily able to do that. I shouldn't even say necessarily, but you aren't able to do that if you're streaming those videos, from your Facebook personal side. Okay. So when you deliver those videos directly onto your business newsfeed, you have the ability to come back in and go into, your back end, okay, and then start building custom audiences of people who are watching your video. So definitely, I know it's kind of tough, and that's why we're here to talk about it today. So one of the things that they shared in the article is that Facebook is now going to split the news feed into two. Okay, so you're going to have a regular news feed like you normally do, and then you're going to see that there's going to be an icon that says Explore. Now, it's very interesting how Facebook is always monitoring and keeping track of how people are interacting with their platform and how they make adjustments to serve their users. Okay. So when I read this article, I said, that's very interesting, because they are paying attention. So one of the things that I've noticed, okay, on my personal side of Facebook, there's some friends that I know I'm connected to them. I know we're friends. Okay. And it seems like I never see their content. And people call me and they ask me, well, did you see I post this? And I'm like, no, I didn't see it. Okay. And the reason why what's happening, okay, is because that newsfeed, the current newsfeed that we have now, has become, kind of inundated with a lot of promotions. Okay. So just when you thought that you figured it out, right? So Facebook said, you know what? If you want to get your content, as a business shown, what we're going to do is make you pay for it, right? So people are now running ads. And so you're running ads. And because you run the ads, you give your content the ability to now be seen on news feeds. So your content shows up. So in turn, what that did was kind of push the content, kind of like from your friends, kind of down into the news feed. So it's like you got to kind of scroll and scroll and scroll, and then make it worse. If there are people on your news feed that you have not interacted with in a while, okay, then I guarantee you the chances of you seeing their content is like nil right now. So what Facebook has said, what we're going to do is we're now going to separate the newsfeed into two. Okay, so we're going to go back to having a regular news feed where all of your friends, you'll be able to now see more of your friends' content on your Facebook news feed. And then we're going to create a separate news feed for advertisers. Okay, and that news feed is going to be called Explore. So I think, Colette, you're out there, you're listening. I took a screenshot, or I took a picture of what this is supposed to look like. So if you can, Colette, I know you're out there, I know you're watching. Okay, please go ahead and post that into the comment section. So our viewers will be able to see. Oops. I think I started the video. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so our watching audience will be able to see what that looks like. So it's going to be a tab that's going to say Explore, and that Explore tab is where you will be able to see all of the promotions, all of the ads that are going to run. Okay, so that's once again kind of crazy for you if you're using Facebook for business. It pushes, it almost tells you that you have to incorporate, an advertising strategy. You have to set aside some type of marketing budget that's specifically to run ads in your business. Okay. And if you don't do that, then what's going to happen is the chances of your content being seen by your audience is going to be like slim to none. So like I said, if it wasn't bad already, but have no fear. What I'm also prepared to do today is share with you some of the things, okay, that you could start to put in place and you could do to help you get more engagement on your content. So I'm just going to take a quick peek to see if we have any questions or if we have any comments out there. Okay, and I see that Colette is out there. So thank you. Good morning, Colette, for joining us. And I see that we have Denisha Choice. Hi, Denisha. Denisha is hailing all the way from New York, and she's the owner of Black Diamond Getaways. Woohoo! I love Carnival Cruise Lines. Yes, yes, yes. All right. And Denisha said she can see me and hear me clearly. So Denisha, once again, thank you for jumping on and joining Social Media Saturdays this morning. And I get so excited that I even forget sometimes to make sure that I invite people to join our Social Media Saturdays group. Okay, so you might be watching directly from the group, or you can be watching from the page. So if you're watching from our page and you are not a member of the group, make sure that you take a moment to join the group after the broadcast. And you can find the group by going to Social Media Saturdays. Okay, and the group will come up. So, all right. So thank you, Denisha, for joining. All right. Okay. So let me now continue to share with you 4 things that you can do that will allow you to build up your engagement on your Facebook business page. Now, the first thing that I'm going to share with you and encourage you to do is leverage your user-generated content. Okay, so what do I mean by user-generated content? User-generated content is content that other users or your audience, are posting on Facebook. So as we go out and we do wonderful things and we share, our content in our business, and our audience, okay, our target audience, they're reacting and they're also sharing information, that's relevant to us. You want to make sure that you are leveraging that content as well. So I say it all the time, as part of your content strategy, you don't always have to share your content. Okay. One of the easiest things that you could do is that you could share other people's content. Okay. Now, when I say share other people's content, I don't mean go steal their stuff and plagiarize and all that stuff. You could share the content and give credit to the source. So if you have the opportunity to tag, that business owner when you're sharing their content, tag them. If there's hashtags, that's relevant to the topic that you're sharing, use the hashtags, okay? But this gives you a great opportunity to be seen as a resource in your business. And I talk about this all the time. As we start to build our following and we attract, people to our businesses, we know the products and the services that we provide, okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean that we are the end all and be all, to our audience needs, okay? So if you have other resources that you could share, with them, be that go-to person, okay? Share other content. Just like I'm doing today, I found an article. I did not write this article. This article came from Inc. magazine, and I just decided that, what? This is a great topic, a relevant topic, and I'm going to get out here and I'm going to share this information because who knows, okay? Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't seen it, okay? But it's great information nonetheless, okay? Also, the second thing that you could do to boost up your engagement on Facebook, on your Facebook business page, is share Facebook exclusive content. Now, that's a good one, and I love it, okay, because you could create content similar to what I'm doing here, as far as the videos, okay? So I get on social media Saturdays. I do this every Saturday morning at 10 a.m., okay? And this content is only streamed on Facebook. Okay, so once again, I'm streaming it from my Facebook business page, and I'm encouraging, people to interact, with the video. Okay, so share your comments, tell us a little bit who you are, share with us how, how things are working for you in the social media world. Okay, so make sure that you are sharing Facebook exclusive content. Now, I'm going to also say this. I've noticed too, a lot of, coaches, okay, or people who have online programs, they are now finding a way to leverage or better leverage Facebook exclusive content. So a lot of times I've been seeing this more and more often, that they are now running classes, directly in Facebook groups, okay? So before it would be where you would sign up for a class and then they would take you offline to another platform, like another webinar platform. But more and more, we're seeing that people are creating groups, okay? And you could link your group to your page and all of that stuff, right? They're creating groups and they're now creating that content exclusively, for Facebook. So you're not able to get that content anyplace else, okay? The third thing that you could do, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself the opportunity to build up your custom audiences. So as a Facebook advertiser, I talk about this all the time. Developing custom audiences and segmenting your audiences is like the way how you go from failing at Facebook advertising to really killing it. Because once you have defined your custom audiences and you know what your custom audiences are interested in, you're able to share content specifically to their needs, okay? So it should be something that as part of your strategy, you are developing custom audiences and you're using those custom audiences to tap into your networks, okay? And that's why I talk about it all the time, is like you can't, how do I say it? You can't go for the instant, gratification. So sometimes people say, well, I want to do my live videos, but, when I do my live videos, people aren't getting on my videos if I post them from my Facebook business page. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it on my personal page. And instantly, you get that gratification because people are watching, they're engaging, and you feel really great. Your content is being heard and everything. But at the same token, when it comes to you capturing that group of people, who are watching your videos, who are engaging with your videos, capturing them in a custom audience, you kind of miss that opportunity. So, if you are doing videos around a particular topic, Okay, you want to make sure that you are, creating audiences of people who are interested in that particular subject matter. So the more and more you share content with them, or provide content that's pertinent to them, you'll be able to share it with them. Okay, so huge stuff to take a look at custom audiences. And once again, I talk about custom audiences as engagement as part of your Facebook page, but you could create custom audiences from your mailing list. So if you do have a mailing list, you could create a custom audience from your mailing list, and you could even create custom audiences from people who have visited your website. Okay. So once again, if you're out there and you're writing blog articles, you want to start building those audiences in Facebook. So as you roll out more content, you get ready to position your products and services, specifically who you're positioning those products and services to. Okay. And then last but not least, engage. Okay. So you have to engage with content. Now, I'm going to say this, okay? Gone are the days when you're just there like trolling, okay? And what do I mean by trolling? You could be out there and just scrolling through, and you see, the content, and you might not necessarily take an action, to that particular content. So what Facebook is encouraging you to do is build up your engagement. So if you haven't figured it out already, engagement is Facebook's currency. Okay, I'm just going to say that again. Engagement is Facebook's currency, and engagement is what carries the most weight on Facebook, because Facebook, once again, wants to make sure that its users have a great experience. So it's saying that, if you are posting content, out there and people aren't engaging with your content, then we're not going to open up your content or open up that piece of content to a larger audience because people aren't engaging with it. Okay, so once you have content and people are engaging with the content, all right, then Facebook says, this is a hot topic. People seem to like this topic. So what I'm going to do is open it up to a larger audience. Okay, so one of the things that you definitely want to make sure is that as you share your content, you might ask questions. You might, ask people to like and share, leave a comment below. Okay. And what that does, it encourages the users, okay, or your viewers, your audience, to take that action and engage with your content as well. Okay. And then as you see people who are engaging, please make sure to go back and, continue the conversation. So if you posted, a piece of content, you made a post, whether it's an image post, a text post, a video post, and people are liking and sharing, thank them for liking and sharing. Okay, so that's one of the strategies that I actually do. Everyone that shares, my content, and I don't care what type of content it is, you're sharing it. So I'm grateful. Okay, so I always go back and individually thank the person for sharing out the content. Okay, if people are asking questions, on your post or on your comment thread, or they're making a comment, please respond, to them. Okay, and what it does, it builds up the engagement. And then once again, you're able to go back into your Facebook insights and you can track all of that analytics into your insights. Okay, we did an experiment the couple months ago, okay, and we noticed that it was very interesting. We had a post that I shared like earlier on in the year, and going back through my analytics, I think I shared it like in March, and then we came back like in August, and I was just like, are you kidding me? This had like a reach of over 5,000 people. Wow. So it said that, it was engaging content. People liked it to share it, but because it was so long ago, it's pushed down, into my newsfeed. So I don't even see it, but I was able to go back and take a look at the analytics, and it let me to know that people really like that content. They really I think it was an image that I shared, like a quote image they really liked it and they shared it out and they had all this engagement going on around it. So I was able to share it again. And then once again, it just gave me, the opportunity to know that this is the type of content that my audience is looking for. Okay. All right. So let me just do a brief recap and share with you the 4 ways, once again, that you could boost up your engagement on your Facebook business page. So number 1, you want to make sure that you are leveraging user generated content. So everything you post does not always have to be your content. Share other people's content as well. Share content from people who are connecting with you on Facebook. You could share content from your influence, leverage the power of Facebook, okay? Share Facebook exclusive content. Number 2, share Facebook exclusive content. As you develop your content strategy, what content are you using or are you creating that's going to be specifically for Facebook? Okay, what content can people only get from you if they connect with you on Facebook? Step number 3, or the third thing that you could do, start to consciously build up your custom audiences and tap into your networks. Okay, so that's one of the things that you should be focused on as part of your marketing strategy, is building up your custom audiences. Okay, and step number 4, engage with your content. All right, and so I think that is it before I get into my announcements. I'm so excited. Let me just take a peek and make sure that we don't have any questions. And I see that Colette has shared out, content is king and engagement is queen. That's like one of my favorite quotes. Okay, so I just love it. And engagement is Facebook's currency. Yes. Okay, so I think that's the one thing that Facebook weighs over everything else, is how people are engaging with content. And Facebook always wants to make sure that that its users is having, a wonderful experience. Okay. And I see that Colette has also posted a hot tip. If you don't have a custom audience on Facebook yet, no worries. You can build one. Oh, where did it go? Woo-hoo-hoo. I just saw it and it just popped off. I have to go back and look at it. You type something else and it just went right off the screen. Okay. So thank you, Colette. Colette is my awesome EA. So thank you for jumping on and joining me this morning and posting the notes. Okay. Now I'm also going to share what we have coming up this week. And I see that Valerie just joined us. Hi, Valerie. And Valerie Sims is joining all the way from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. And Valerie says, I would love to learn more about creating custom audiences. You know what, Valerie, I have just a thing for you. Okay, so I am getting ready to do a webinar on Tuesday the 14th. Okay, so this is my special announcement. I'm so excited. So I'm doing a webinar on Tuesday the 14th, which is this Tuesday coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And on the webinar, we are going to discuss the 7 ways to optimize your targeting. Okay, 7 ways to optimize your targeting. So now why am I talking about this? Because I just did a whole entire segment talking about the changes that Facebook is making to its newsfeed and how challenging it's going to become for, our entrepreneurs, small business owners to get their content seen from off of their business pages. Okay. So one of the strategies that you definitely should incorporate, into your business is utilizing Facebook ads. Okay. Now, one of the biggest questions that I get, all the time about ads is how do you get correct on the targeting? Because if your targeting is off, if you don't know exactly who you're positioning your content to, you don't know exactly who your ideal clients are, where to find them on Facebook, how to position your content to them, then you're just gonna blow money through the door on your ads. Okay. So, that's one of the things that I'm doing and I'm sharing is how to optimize your targeting. So on Tuesday's webinar, I'm going to share with you 7 ways that you'll be able to do that. Now, to join the webinar, of course, the webinar is a free webinar, so everyone is welcome to join, okay? You can join the webinar by going to www.watch, W-A-T-C-H, smslive.com. So watch smslive.com, and you could register for the webinar and be able to get the details to join on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So definitely if you have questions, bring your questions. Okay. So if you have questions, maybe you're out there and you are running Facebook ads and you've heard people talking about ads and you've decided to go in and run some ads and you did not necessarily see the results that you expected. This would be a great place, for you to bring your questions. Okay. Or maybe you are thinking about ads and you don't know where to start with ads. I'm going to share with you some of the things that you could do in your business to get you prepared to run ads. Okay. So there's definitely things that you should be doing to get you ready, before you even run your first advertising campaign. So we're going to talk a little bit about that on Tuesday at 7 p.m. And I see that Colette has posted the link. So thank you, Colette, for posting the link for me. And I think I saw that Denisha had a question. And Denisha, your question is, do we have to focus on buying ads now? Great question, Denisha. One of the things that I always encourage, my clients, I encourage, everyone, to start to think about having an advertising strategy. So it should be a part of your marketing strategy, running Facebook ads, okay? And the good thing about Facebook advertising allows you to start with a budget that you're comfortable with. Okay, so you might be saying to yourself that, oh my gosh, I don't have thousands of dollars a month to dedicate to an advertising campaign like huge companies do. What I love about Facebook, even if you are, a small entrepreneur and you're growing your business, or you might be in business for a while. Okay, you could be a small business and you have a set budget for your advertising. Facebook will work with you, allow you to run ads that are within your budget. But here's the thing, and I always say this all the time, in order for you to see that ROI, because that's what it's all about, that return on investment, okay? One of the things that you need to be clear on is who you are targeting. So if you're not clear on who you are targeting or who you're positioning your ads to, you'll find that you go through your ad spend very quickly. And ask me how I know, I've been doing this for years, right? So you'll go through your ad spend very quickly, and then you won't realize the return on investment that you would like to see, okay? So Denisha, I'd like to invite you. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you on social media Saturdays. So thank you for jumping on. Make sure that you join the group. I put content out there in the group all the time. And also make sure you sign up for the webinar, okay? And bring your questions, because I would like to definitely know where you are, in your business and how we could possibly help. And I see that Mr. Murray is on here. Hi, Mr. Murray. Thank you for jumping on and joining me this morning, okay? So are there any additional questions for me today in regards to the content that we've covered, which is Facebook's the new changes? Once again, if you're just jumping on, there's going to be some changes that's rolling out to the Newsfeed. I don't know exactly when. Hopefully it won't be one of those things. Well, I know what to look for now. Just to give you guys a little humor here, I've been waiting for Facebook audio to roll out. And I don't know why I was thinking that I would see an audio button, for Facebook audio. And I've started to see, everybody doing, or most people doing Facebook audio. And I was just like, well, why isn't it available, for me? And I went back and I did some research, and it's hidden, under the video, the live video section. Okay. So that was one of those things that they made the change and it wasn't an obvious change. And that's why I'm talking about this, because I guarantee you when they roll this change out, you're going to feel the effects of it, but you're not going to necessarily know what changed. Okay. So they're going to split the news feed into two, and you're now going to have a tab that's called Explore. Okay. And under that Explore tab, that's where most of the content from business pages are going to go. And people will still, once again, run ads. And it's like you're vying. When you run your ads, you're vying for that space on the regular news feed. Okay. So yes, changes definitely will affect all of us, but the best thing that we could do when it comes to change is be as best prepared as we are, okay, to combat and deal with change. So that's why I'm talking about this, and I'm saying if you haven't started to incorporate an advertising strategy for your businesses yet, you need to start to think about it. It should be a part of your marketing strategy. Okay. And I don't think we have any additional questions out here. So I would like to thank everyone for jumping on with us this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, if you are not a member of our Social Media Saturdays group, make sure that you join the group, because I do this live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And if you are a member of the group, then definitely you're able to get access, to the videos, okay? Also, you could follow our website. We do have a website, okay, as well. So if you are looking for the information that we share and you would love to read it in blog format, definitely you want to make sure that you do that, okay? And then you could visit our blog at www.socialmediasaturdays.net, okay? So socialmediasaturdays.net. And once again, I am your host, Taria Hodge, and it's always a pleasure to jump on and provide great information for my social media superstars, okay? And so don't forget, take a minute to join the webinar, register for the webinar, and you could do that by going to www.watchsmslive.com. Okay, yep, that's it, watchsmslive.com. Okay, all right, thank you guys for joining, and I will see you on Tuesday. All righty, bye-bye.